at the state level, they also realized it by giving us a grant this year, realizing that we need a piece of equipment of this type over in this side of the state. We've already dealt with maintenance. We've looked into the maintenance, what it would cost. We've looked at where it's going to be housed, insurance. We've taken care of all those housekeeping parts before we had applied for the grant as well, or during the process of it.
Can anybody, any police officer, operate this vehicle, or does it take special training?
Yes, Madam Chair. Thank you for bringing that up. It is built on a Ford F-550 chassis frame. I don't tell you, it's actually pretty cool. We went down there and looked at it. I have to use that word. They take a Ford F-550, strip it totally, so there's nothing but the dashboard and the steering wheel, cut the frame to shorten it for the weight, and the transmission axle, whatever drives the thing.
The driving thing.
It's a drivetrain. And then they build it from there. There's no special training required on it. Anybody can get in and drive it.
Okay. Councilor Lane.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Somebody have a picture of this, a photograph, so we can get some idea of what we're really talking. Are we talking about a tank or an APC, or what are we talking about? A Hummer.
Oh, yeah.
Bigger Hummer.
There we are.
Nice.
Yeah.
Will we use it in parades
I
just to
guess
show off?
Good, whatever you
Take
like.
it home.
It's going to push a snowplow.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had your hand up. Yes.
Did I hear you say it's more than, you had mentioned double axle vehicle, which this is? Is that what we're
A
getting?
double axle, I think they call them dualies. I'm not very mechanical. The city version, as I call them, are two wheels in the back. On each side, dualies. The off-road versions, for whatever reason, are just single wheels in the back.
Single wheels. I'm not.
Apologize for not being very mechanical,
that's fine.
technical, but.
So it's six,
And the company,
6 tires.
they're built like this.
4 tires. It's 4 tires.
The company makes vehicles, they're used by police throughout the world almost. The military buys them, the State Department uses them. They're very reliable vehicles.
Okay. Councilor Greenwald.
Thank you. A question to the city manager. Is this the largest grant that we've obtained for such a donation?
For Homeland Security?
Well, from anything,
Well,
other than a highway or...
oh no, the city's received many grants, and at the airport routinely we receive
That's
incredibly
true,
large
yes.
grants relative to runways and taxiways and equipment, snowplows, and all the oversized equipment, maintenance hangars, et cetera, et cetera. We receive large grants for road projects, bridges.
Is this the biggest one the police department has ever gotten?
I think it might be, but I guess I stand to be corrected. Martha's in the room. Maybe she can help me with this. With your permission, Madam Chair.
Yes, please. Oops. We need 3 microphones.
Very quickly. I think it could very well be the largest that the police department has received, and probably one of the larger ones for a piece of equipment.
Okay, great.
Well, my point is, this is a great way for you to go out as chair when this motion is made.
Well, I can't skim any off the top. Councilor Lane.
Yeah. What's the time frame for delivery?
If we can, it's 6 months. It's right. I talked to the gentleman today at the company, one of the sales reps that we've been dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
They're running right about 6 months. So if it gets approved, we send the grant back into the state, order it early January. It'll be here June, July-ish.
So it's not going to make it for Memorial Day.
No. They build them by hand. I mean, it's
Okay.
Now, okay, go ahead. Councilor Robertson, Councilor Stout.
The state is giving it to us so we can take this part of the state because we're so far behind. So, in a sense, they never give anything out of the total forgiveness of the heart or the forgiveness of the heart, is how do we pay and fund it? So, for example, 50% of your work happens, say, for example, goes outside of Keene. Do you do that on a reimbursable basis, or is that because the state is giving it to you, this is part of your requirement for the state?
You want me to answer?
Just to speak historically, we've never charged other departments when they needed our assist.
and vice versa. But beyond that, as far as maintenance fees, Captain Russo had mentioned that the whole county is on board with this, not just in word and on paper, but they're contributing to an account financially. And from that account, any maintenance issues that were to come up would be taken care of out of that account. It's also in the agreement with the county that should damage occur to the vehicle while it's deployed in their community, they would contribute more so to that repair. But as far as charging for our services to go help, we haven't done that historically, and we wouldn't plan to do that.
Go ahead.
So a quick follow. So basically, we kind of use the same, almost kind of like we do for Southwest Mutual Aid. The people, the units in the county, the communities in the county get together to help out everybody else, and there's no one bill. It's countywide.
That's accurate.
Another analogy you could almost use, if I may, Madam Chair,
Yeah, please.
it's be no different than us taking a cruiser to go help out Swansea or Chesterfield, or them coming here with a cruiser. We're just bringing a different vehicle. It doesn't mean we're going to bring extra people. They may ask for help of 2 officers. Those 2 officers may get in this vehicle because it's an appropriate situation for it.
Okay.
Did you have your hand up, Council?
I did. I'm just curious about the engine. How many? Not to put you on the spot. Do you know how many cylinders are in this big guy?
I could either let you read this, or I can. We actually brought Fleet. I think I mentioned it earlier. They're on board with it. They can maintain it. It's not a problem. But
It's
it
gotta be
has
big.
whatever Ford F. I did know this.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put you.
No,
on the
that's
spot.
okay.
I'm just curious.
Whatever Ford F-550, because Jim Mountford
Probably
at
a
Fleet,
12.
we just talked about it again last
Big
week.
diesel.
Very confident they can maintain it.
That's the important part, that they can maintain it.
Yes, and that was at the very beginning of this. Fleet was involved. They actually went on a trip with us to talk to their maintenance people about the vehicle.
Thank
We
you.
tried to cover all the bases before we even got involved in it.
How fast does it go?
Probably faster than we want to drive something.
Wherever
Good
it's
answer.
going fast.
It's not a
gonna
type of
stop.
vehicle you drive too fast within the city.
Okay. All right. Mr. Manager?
Madam Chair, I would assume that this vehicle has a warranty and that we would certainly have the full extent of the warranty, as well as it would be covered for insurance purposes as part of our fleet. I would also expect that it would have a fairly extended life, because I can't imagine that it's going to run up the same kind of mileage that like a police cruiser would run up, for example. And I'm also going to make the assumption, just like at the airport, that some of the oversized equipment that we have there that we received grants for in the past, that this would become eligible again at some point in the future. There's no guarantee of that, of course, but I would anticipate that as long as there are grants for Homeland Security, things of this nature, that this would be eligible again at some point in time, should it be proven necessary to replace it.
Yes.
Madam Chair, thank you, City Manager. To answer your question, a 6.7-liter V8 twin turbo.
Do you know what that means?
Sort of. I can pretend.
Okay.
It's a big
So I
engine.
actually have a data sheet.
That's a very big engine.
I couldn't remember. And the city manager did say, and I didn't want to try and cover every little detail, it will be covered by our insurance. So any cost to fix things will be covered by insurance if it's damaged by some kind of blast or
Right.
something else. Also, the maintenance, we looked at what it cost Manchester for a 6-year period. That was non-warranty, because it does come with a 3-year warranty. And the company's 2 hours away, maybe 2.5 driving that. So we can drive it down there without undue hardship to get any warranty things taken care of. So the 3-year warranty, and the insurance will pay for, the regular fleet insurance will cover most of the damage.
If I may, Madam Chair, just one last comment, and then I think we're both going to stop talking. This is a high dollar amount, and I don't mean to oversimplify anything, but I would just most respectfully call the board's attention to what our department's mission is, which is to protect life and property. This vehicle does in fact fill a void that this half of the state has felt for some years now. So I would just bring that to your collective attention as you consider this motion.
Thank you very much. Any questions, comments from anyone? Councilor
Yep.
Roberts for a motion.
Move that the Finance Organization Personnel Committee recommend that the City Council authorize the city manager to do all things necessary to accept a grant of $285,933 from the fiscal year 2010 Homeland Security Grant Program for the Keene Police Department to obtain a LENCO Bearcat Special Mission Public Service Vehicle.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion by the committee? All those in favor of the motion? You only need 3 more votes.
Thank you.